This Wendy's Baconator holds 830 calories, 51 grams of fat, 71 grams of cholesterol, and 1,920 milligrams of sodium. Someone called this sandwich a potential heart attack in the making. In contrast, you could eat a garden salad, mandarin oranges, and a big potato and not even consume half the amount of calories that are in that one cheeseburger. You could also be helping your body by providing it with various life-dependent nutrients instead of potentially harming your health by this artery-clogging cheeseburger. Today I'd like to talk to you about ways to eat healthy. Hopefully you will gain information to make better decisions about food, such as what you should eat and what you shouldn't eat. I also hope that you can follow my ideas and in turn become a healthier person. My own interest in healthy eating led me to thoroughly research this topic. I'm an avid reader of health magazines and books, and I'm constantly looking for new ways to improve my own eating habits. I'm going to talk to you about the way our food pyramid has changed, healthy foods you should eat, unhealthy foods you should avoid, and how to read nutrition facts labels. The food pyramid that we all grew up with and were told to live by is no longer accurate. Previous guidelines suggest it's fine to consume half of our grains as refined starches of white bread and white rice. Also, no longer are all fats considered bad. Only the trans fat and saturated fat should be avoided. The intake of healthy fats, such as those found in vegetable oils, nuts, seeds, is all encouraged. The old pyramid also grouped all proteins together, including red meat, which is now known to contain a lot of saturated fat, and we're advised to replace it with a combination of fish, beans, proteins, and nuts. The old guidelines also recommended drinking 3 glasses of milk per day, along with another 3 servings of milk per day. This can amount to an extra 600 calories every day, and also millions of Americans are lactose intolerant, and it ignores that fact. The Harvard School of Health has now created a new healthy eating pyramid, which is shown here. The building blocks of this healthy eating pyramid include whole grains, healthy fats and oils, vegetables and fruits, beans, tofu, fish, poultry, and eggs, and only 1 to 2 servings of dairy. And if you're lactose intolerant, you can take a calcium supplement every day. Red meat, saturated fat, refined grains, sugary drinks, and sweets are all suggested to be used sparingly. Foods are considered healthy when they provide the essential nutrients our body needs to survive. Everyone's diet should consist of protein, vegetables, fruits, healthy fats and oil, calcium, and certain carbohydrates. Fish, poultry, and eggs are the best sources for protein. They give you the necessary protein while remaining low in saturated fat. When eating eggs, it's important to eat the egg white, and if you could, not eat the egg yolk because that contains a lot of cholesterol. Vegetables and fruits are known to lower blood pressure, reduce the risk of heart disease, stroke, some cancers, and lower blood sugar. A good tip is to eat a variety of colors in order to get the vast mix of nutrients. Cooked tomatoes, dark leafy greens, anything a rich yellow, orange, or red color are all good bets. Contrary to popular belief, not all fats are considered bad. Good sources of healthy, unsaturated fat include vegetable oils like olive and canola, nuts, seeds, and fatty fish such as salmon. Also, the body needs calcium to build bones and keep them strong. Milk and cheese have plenty of calcium but also contain a lot of saturated fat, so it's better to choose a low-fat dairy product such as yogurt, sour cream, and skim milk. If you are lactose intolerant, again, a vitamin D or calcium supplement can be taken in their place. The body also needs carbohydrates for energy. The best sources are whole grains such as oatmeal or brown rice, whole wheat bread. Whole grains are better for you than white bread and white rice because the body doesn't digest them as quickly. Therefore, your metabolism is constantly working and blood sugar levels aren't rising or falling too suddenly. Foods are considered unhealthy when they are high in saturated fats, sodium, cholesterol, or sugar. These are all things that should be limited in a diet. Red meats such as beef, lamb, and pork are high in saturated fat and are linked to hypertension and high cholesterol. The Prostate Cancer Foundation has even found that a high intake of red meat can greatly increase your risk of contracting prostate cancer. Unhealthy carbohydrates are refined sugar carbs found in things like cookies, cakes, sodas, and other sweets. Refined sugars are known as empty calories. They provide no nutritional value to the body. Foods that contain excess sodium are also considered unhealthy. Too much sodium increases the blood volume, therefore increasing pressure in your arteries, resulting in high blood pressure. Most of the processed and prepared foods are really high in sodium. The frozen dinners, lunch meats, canned soups. When you're trying to choose healthy and nutritious foods at the grocery store, the most important thing you can do is read the nutrition facts labels, which is created by the Food and Drug Administration. The first thing to look at is the serving size. This will tell you the number of servings in the package, which will influence the number of calories and amounts of nutrients. It's important to pay attention because often the package may contain 2 to 3 servings. You're not realizing when you eat the whole package sometimes that you then doubled or tripled your intake of calories. The next thing you look at is the actual calories. They measure the amount of energy you get from food, and people often will take in more calories than needed for the energy they expend, which leads to becoming overweight or obese. The next thing you look at is the nutrients. The first nutrients, as shown here, are the things that need to be limited. They include fat, cholesterol, and sodium. Americans generally exceed the recommended intake of these nutrients, and eating too much of these can lead to certain chronic diseases like heart disease, some cancers, or high blood pressure. The next item are the good nutrients, things like dietary fiber, vitamin A, vitamin C, calcium, and iron. Usually, these are the things that Americans do not get enough of. Getting enough of these will actually improve your health and help reduce the risk of certain diseases. For example, getting enough calcium has been proven to reduce the risk of getting osteoporosis, a condition that causes brittle bones as one ages. In closing, it's important to eat healthy, to help extend your life, and it's important to remember to use the current food pyramid as a guide and not the flawed one of our past. Also, keep in mind which foods provide your body with healthy nutrients and which ones merely provide empty calories. Fish, poultry, whole grains, fruits, and vegetables, and healthy fats and oils are a must. Saturated fat, refined sugars, and sodium should all be avoided. Are there any questions? Yes?
They have cereals, I believe it's General Mills. They say all their cereals are whole grain, but like Fruit Loops, they're very sweet. And
I believe what they do in that case is they use an artificial sweetener, such as aspartame, and I'm not exactly sure on the scientific background on that, but although it doesn't contain the sugar that we know is harmless, it contains other chemicals which I believe could be just as harmful. Any other questions?
Why is there so much salt in all like prepared foods?
It does something to preserve the freshness of it, like the frozen dinners, you can have them for months, and again, I'm not exactly sure of the scientific background, but it's to preserve the freshness of them.
I have one question. What is tofu?
It's made from beans. It's like it's all vegetable. It's made from beans, and I'm not sure they prepare that, but it's not that bad. It kind of takes the flavor of whatever you're eating.
Okay.
If you could get used to it, it's a lot better than eating certain meats. Any other questions? Thank you.
Thank you.